What's up, everyone? We are back for some more Mecha Break closed beta gameplay. We're going to be playing as Falcon today, the other flying striker mech available in this beta. And we're also going to be playing on Crowd Sinkhole again, the domination map. And this will probably be my last video for this particular beta of the game. Of course, I'm going to be interested in showing off more when I get a chance to play more of it. But this will probably be the last one for now. And I did already show off Skyraider. I noticed people in the comments were saying it was pretty evenly divided between whether we wanted to see Skyraider gameplay or Falcon gameplay. And I think it was actually slightly tilted in favor of Falcon. But I decided to show off Skyraider first because I felt like with how much I was talking about how strong it was, I need to give you a good frame of reference of that. But Falcon was actually the first flyer I tried out myself. And I did like them a lot even before I got my hands on Skyraider. So we're going back to Falcon, show off more of them, and perhaps show off some of the differences. One of the main ones being, as I talked about, Skyraider is actually fairly tanky for being how mobile it is and how much damage it deals, and Falcon is not. Still got the very mobile, still got a lot of good damage, but you are not tanky at all. You've got E-rank defenses and everything except Blast, which we have C-rank defenses, so you can survive an explosion in the face a little bit better than the other things, but even then, not super great. And you can already see two sniper shots from, I believe they have the Narukami cloaked up near their spawn area, hit me twice, and I'm about to die already. Third shot comes in, narrowly dodge it. I think there's one more there, but I'm slipping around, jumping and diving down to the bottom of the map, and I do manage to survive. I think one more sniper round would have finished me off there. I've got my shield starting to recharge, so I could be okay. And I spot the Narukami up there. Doesn't look like they're cloaked at the moment. I start firing away, launching all my missiles and my autocans. They dip away, they activate their cloak the first time, but I managed to see them. I'm still focusing in on them, and they've disappeared once again. Spot them falling down, and Falcon actually does have an ability to help deal with this. I've got my recon scan, my first ability, and I've been saving it for now because I keep spotting them, but I finally lose sight of them. I activate it right now. You can see that ping going around, and that reveals them while they're cloaked and does allow me to finish them off. So while Falcon is very vulnerable to those sniper shots, you do have a little bit of a counter if you can get up in their face with that recon, making it so that their cloaking ability is useless. And it also allows you to avoid decoys like that Narukami puts out to help with their cloaking, and like Hurricane does with their decoy drones. When that recon scan is active in an area, your targeting will automatically focus on actual enemies instead of those decoys, which can be helpful. It is kind of interesting though, because you might think with how mobile Falcon is that recon ability would maybe just like apply to you and augment your vision for a certain period of time, but no, it applies to an area where you activate it. So sometimes if you're not careful, you might activate it and then fly past the area where you actually used it and not get the full advantage. But it is nice because it does help your teammates as well. So if you're able to drop it on a Hurricane with all their drones up, or that cloaked Narukami like I did before, that will be able to help your whole team see through those, and maybe you can take them all out together. But in addition to that recon scan, I also have the low caliber autocans, which you can see like kind of that machine gun fire that I'm firing all the time. That does a pretty good amount of damage. It fires very fast and also has basically permanent upkeep. It does have an ammo count, but when it runs out, it reloads in, I want to say, like a second or even less. So you don't really have to worry about not having some damage available for any amount of time, which is something Skyraider does have to worry about because you kind of forget your maximum damage amount. You usually want to charge up your shots, and that can take a while. And if you don't charge up your shots, you might actually run out of ammo, and it takes a bit to recharge some attacks. So Falcon doesn't really have that problem. And in addition to the autocans, you also have two different types of missiles. You have your right-click ability, which is kind of the low-power missiles, which I think it's around like a 6-second cooldown, and it fires out a barrage of them, so you do get a lot of value just for a single charge of it. And then you have the heavy missiles, which is the third ability, which can store up to, I think, 6 charges of that, and you can only use that while you're in the flight mode, but that does a lot of damage and will track in on enemies. So you kind of have all of your abilities on relatively short cooldowns or fast recharging, so you can really dump your damage really fast when you get on someone, and it all comes back relatively quickly too. So I guess that would be kind of the big upside of Falcon versus Skyraider, is just that you have constant damage even if you're not hitting quite as hard. So if you are able to stay on someone and you don't have to kind of strafe, turn around and hit them with another strafe, you just kind of stay on their back and keep dogfighting, your damage output might be higher, but you are still going to be weaker overall in those defense categories, at least for now. So we'll have to see how they adjust those things going into either the next beta or the full release. But we have been doing really good so far. 3 points capped, and I've run into my Illuminate teammate a couple times, and they've been able to heal me almost back up to full. So even though I almost died right at the start of the match from those sniper shots, I'm pretty much back to fully operational now. And I'm once again on the enemy Falcon's tail, and this is what I'm talking about. If they just can't get me unable to focus on them for a little bit of time, I can just keep outputting damage, and I'm losing sight of them a little bit when they go around these corners, When I activate the boosters, get a little bit closer, and able to finish them off with another shot from my friendly sniper. And we still got this 3-point hold. We're going to have to see what they do here. I spot the Tricera going over there. That's a rough one for me. I mentioned in the Tricera video that Tricera's best defenses are in Blast and Ballistic, and that is all that Falcon has access to. Your autocans are ballistic damage, and then all of your missiles are Blast. So it's going to take me a long time to deal with him without any sort of help. So unless I've got some allies around, I'm probably going to look for other targets. They were able to get B point now. I'm waiting for my engine to recharge, then I might head over in that direction, but I think there's also some combat happening at C. I spot Skyraider, decide to get behind him, start firing away, and I don't think I actually mentioned it in the Skyraider video, but Skyraider does have an additional ability kind of attached to their flight mode, and that is that they have these little drones that fly out in front of them, which you may have actually been able to see when I was really up close to them there, that will intercept missiles. So, like I said, Falcon, a lot of your damage is tied to those missiles, aside from the autocannons. So, if you can't get through those and they keep intercepting your missiles, it's actually pretty hard for Falcon to win that fight one-on-one. I was able to do a lot of damage there, but he did slip away at the end. And now I've got the enemy Falcon coming for me. I'm kind of waiting for him to come around to see if I can juke him a bit by flying the opposite direction. I'm hoping to find that Skyraider again. I spot him right there, but I got hit by some of his jamming missiles. So I'm going to take a sec to kind of recalibrate and find out where he is. So he's flying over towards my Narukami, pretty low. He's out of his flight mode for a second, so he can't use those missile interceptors when he's out of the flight mode, but he does get back in it. Not quick enough, though, and we are able to take him out. So Skyraider can run out of those missile drone intercepting stuff. It has like 30 charges, but I don't know. When I've been playing Skyraider, I feel like I never get below 20 or so, so they recharge pretty fast. And you got to be getting hit by a lot of them to actually run out. But I also don't know if they're like fully accurate at intercepting. They may let some missiles through, so you're still getting some damage. Either way, like I said, your missiles come back so quick, you might as well fire them anyways and see what can happen. But we're on the Narukami again here. Gonna see if we have to use our recon again. Decided to use it right there because my Panther's already on him. Got the pin once. He's starting to slip away. Narukami's down near the bottom, and we are able to finish them off together after getting that scan on him. Now I'm out of energy, waiting on the edge of this cliff here, and I don't know if Falcon has the same energy utilization as Skyraider. I feel like I have to get out of flight mode more often, but maybe that's just because I'm trying to fly at a higher speed most of the time and using my barrel rolls in the air to dodge stuff since I'm a little bit squishier, and that's causing me to go through my energy more quickly. Either way, it takes pretty quick to recharge, so if you do have to sit for a sec and kind of readjust to figure out the situation in the battlefield, most of your energy will be recharged by that time. We're kind of on Skyraider again, chasing after him. The enemy does have 2 points capped, but the score is getting it near the end. And as I blast away that Skyraider, we do reach the 1,000 score, and that will push us over the top to win this map. So for as much as I talked about Falcon being a glass can, I didn't actually die that entire match. So narrowly surviving a couple close encounters, getting healed up by my Lumine, and just in general kind of avoiding fights where I can, taking them when they're to my advantage, ended up working out really well, and I was able to get the MVP. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that Falcon gameplay. Like I've said 100 times at this point, I do feel like it's weaker than Skyraider, but still really good, and anything could change going into the future with the next beta or the full game release. So who knows? The tables may turn, and we may see Falcon on top after that. But like I said, this is going to be my last video for the Mecha Break closed beta. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that you saw. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get to every striker, but next time I get my hands on the game, we'll have to go through the rest of them and see what you guys think. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.